glaube, wir könnten auch schneller fliegen. Mal kurz schauen. Ja, genau. Könnte jetzt auch irgendwie... 0,9.
Warp engines unable to sustain current speed. Reducing speed to maximum warp.
Okay, 9,4 ist scheinbar Maximum.
Warp engines unable to sustain current speed. Reducing speed to maximum warp.
Engage.
Kommen wir ein bisschen schneller an.
Warning. Entering nebula. Warning. Subspace vortex.
Damage to torpedo bay.
Damage to main impulse engine.
Ich hoffe, das zerstört das Schiff jetzt nicht.
Entering Federation space.
Ah, wahrscheinlich nicht. Aber vielleicht können wir uns das jetzt kurz noch anschauen. Wahrscheinlich reicht die Zeit zwar nicht. Vielleicht sieht man das in Maschine, wenn man etwas
Raising
defekt ist.
shields.
Wieso ist das
Miss LaForge, you have engineering.
Ah, ja
Yes, sir.
genau. Jetzt sind der Hauptimpuls, Backbordimpuls, Steuerbordimpuls sind kaputt oder defekt. Und der Joe, die repariert die gerade. Ja, Waffen sind irgendwie komplett kaputt. Ja, sonst hat es alles überlebt. Wunderbar.
Helm, standard orbit.
Captain's log supplement. The Enterprise has arrived at the Shono Isho Epsilon system, where according to Aramut's data, we expected to find the world where the followers settled. However, our sensors show no Class M planets in the system at all.
Gut, mal ein bisschen mit allen reden. Vielleicht kriegen da irgendwelche Hinweise. Data?
Data, is it possible there's something we missed?
I can attempt to enhance the scan matrix. That may increase our sensor resolution.
Make it so. Mr. Data, any suggestions?
I suggest we contact Starfleet, Captain.
Ja. Moment mal kurz. Ich möchte mal mehr Energie auf die Sensoren legen. Ah, da haben wir schon Maximum. Ja. Gut. Da nicht.
Mr. Data.
I should...
Starfleet, nein.
I don't think Aramut was lying to us about this location, Captain. I do sense life out there, but it's hard to be more specific at this distance.
If the followers are out there, how do you propose we locate them?
These are people who fled from persecution on Garid. They might be hiding deliberately. It may be better to let them locate us by sending out a general message of friendship.
Gute Idee.
Perhaps one of our passengers could think of something that would encourage the followers to respond.
Ja, das ist doch sehr Next Generation-like.
I don't think Aramut was lying.
If the...
These are perhaps one of our passengers.
Noch andere Ideen hören, Worf?
Mr. Worf, your analysis.
Captain, we should check our orders from Starfleet.
Ja, kreatives Denken ist jetzt vielleicht nicht so eine absolute Stärke.
Aramut is a Ferengi. Maybe he altered his navigational logs to throw us off the track.
That is a possibility. There is physical evidence, however, that Aramut did visit this system.
What sort of evidence, Mr. Data?
The hull of Aramut's ship had recently been irradiated by chromaton particles. Shono Isho Epsilon is the only star in this sector that emits chromaton particles.
Okay.
Any suggestions, number...
I'm sorry, Captain,
Dann werden wir mal jetzt direkt versuchen, eine Nachricht auszusenden, ohne mit den Gästen zu reden.
There is no response from the planet, Captain.
Dann reden wir mal mit den Gästen.
We've arrived at Aramut's coordinates, but if the followers are here, they're hiding. Do you suppose they'd respond to a message of friendship?
Perhaps they would pay attention to someone who quoted the lawgiver. Captain, if you patch me through your comm system, I could send out an appropriate message.
Make it so.
Aye, Captain.
And when the lawgiver left Garrett, he said of the ruling council, "They have taken my words and engraved them backwards."
Ja. Warten wir mal ab, ob das beantwortet wird. Sie haben nichts Neues zu sagen. Dauerkar.
Please, Captain. In the... The fifth scroll could...
There is no response from...
Jetzt müssen wir, glaube ich, einfach kurz
There
warten.
is no response, sir.
Well, it was worth a try.
Counselor, do you have any thoughts?
I'm sorry, Captain, but I don't have any suggestions right now.
Activate phasers! No.
Sir, we are being hailed.
Aha.
Who is this that knows the lawgiver's lament?
I am Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the Federation Starship Enterprise. With whom do I have the honor of speaking?
I shall need more information before I can trust you. Tell me more about yourself.
We represent the United Federation of Planets. We are on a mission of peace.
Is that why your ship is bristling with weapons?
We use our weapons purely for defense.
I see. And would the Federation be willing to defend us?
Starfleet protects all of Federation space, which includes this system. If you wish, your world could even apply for Federation membership.
I don't think the Romulans or Garidians would like that. They both have made claims on this world.
That is unfortunate, but immaterial. Your planet is in Federation space. If you ask for our assistance, we will give it.
That is a noble attitude.
Dann haben wir da verschiedene Möglichkeiten. Ich werde später noch einmal mit Ihnen reden. Wir haben mehrere guardianische Flüchtlinge an Bord. Sie haben die Absicht, die Weisheit der 5. Schriftrolle des Gesetzschöpfers zurück nach Garrett zu bringen. Ja, das ist die einzig sinnvolle Antwort.
We have several Garidian refugees aboard. They are seeking to bring the wisdom of the lawgiver's 5th scroll back to Garrett.
Garrett had its chance, and it cast the lawgiver and our ancestors aside. It is too late to mend their relations with us now.
These are reformers hoping to use the lawgiver's words to improve Garidian society.
That is a cause the lawgiver would have approved. You've given me much to think about, Captain. Allow me a few moments to consider it.
I understand. We will remain in orbit and await your response.
Ja, sehr schöne Konversation. Und wie gesagt, ich finde, der ganze Plot ist schon wirklich sehr Next Generation-like. Also überhaupt dem Star Trek-Gedanken irgendwie würdig.
Sir, we are being hailed.
Wunderbar.
On screen.
I have decided to trust you. I am Larak, Chancellor of the planet, Frigis. How did you know we were here?
A Ferengi trader claimed he picked up some Garidian animals here.
Aramat. We started dealing with him to purchase some outside technology, and we gave him some animals in return. Fortunately, we never told him much about ourselves.
How do you manage to conceal your entire planet?
The technology is similar to the Romulan cloaking device. It fools sensors into misreading what they see. We had to protect ourselves in case Garrett's forces came after us.
May I send some of my crew down to learn more about you?
Since our deception is discovered, I suppose there is no harm in letting a small number of off-worlders visit. But there must be no Garidians in the party. They have not yet earned our trust.
I agree to your terms, Chancellor. I shall send my first officer, Commander Riker, as my personal representative.
Ja, dann ist er schon mal wieder gesetzt.
Good, Captain. It is always gratifying to deal with a man of reason. I will transmit the landing coordinates to your computer.
Wobei gerade das, glaube ich, ein ziemlich interessanter Ort wäre, Picard selber runterzuschicken.
Thank you.
Aber...
Number one, this is an extremely important first contact situation. I want you to lead the away team. see if you can locate the 5th scroll for our Garidian passengers.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. Dann nochmal Enterprise 2 speichern. Ja, ich schaue mal kurz, ob irgendwas Neues zu sagen ist. Ich glaube es zwar nicht, aber ich möchte es wissen.
Please, Captain.
Please. Number
Any
one.
suggestions?
I'm sorry.
Please.
Mr. Worf.
Captain, we
Counselor, do you...
I'm sorry.
Mr. Data.
I suggest we...
Da keine Vorschläge. Gut. Wir gehen